Hello all, welcome to my Informatica training channel. Today I am going to show you different ways of creating source structure in PowerCenter Designer. As you know, in ETL, we extract data from source and then apply transformation, and finally we load data into target. To extract data from source, we need to know two things. One is source structure and another is source location. In Designer, we create source structure. I have already logged into the Designer tool. Whenever you need a new source structure, then you have to create it in Source Analyzer. This is our Source Analyzer. There are three ways to create source structure. First is manual method. Second one is importing source structure from a data file. And third one is import a source structure from database table. First, we will look into the manual creation of source structure. So I will click Source Analyzer icon in Workspace. Source Analyzer is selected. Now I will click Sources in the menu bar and then click Create. It will prompt me to enter a name. So I'll type ff_emp_01. I will choose database type. So database type can be Oracle, ODBC, Informix, flat file, DB2. So for the simplicity, I'll choose database type as flat file. Automatically, database name is also selected as flat_file. Now I will click create. Then I'll click done. A blank source structure is created. I'll open the blank source structure by double clicking. Now I'll click Columns tab. I will create three ports. So I'll click this dotted square. This icon is used to create ports in source structure. I'll click once. I'll type the column name as ID and data type as int, and other columns I'll ignore for the time being. I'll create second column. So again I will click this dotted square. Now I'll type the name of the column is name. Just precision I am modifying to 50 digit. So it's a string data type. All other fields I am ignoring for this time being. Now I will create third column. So again clicking this dotted square. I'll type the name of the column as hire date. And it's a date type, so selecting date time, and all other fields I am ignoring for the time being. My source structure is ready now with three columns: ID, name and hire date. Now I will click apply and then click OK. It is time to save the source structure in the repository, so I press Ctrl S. Source structure is saved inside the repository. Whenever you create a new object or modify the existing object or change some configuration, then you have to save that. We do saving of object using Ctrl S in Informatica Client Tools. This is the way we create source structure manually in Source Analyzer. Now I will show you how to import source structure from a data file. I'll create this source structure from a DAT file. First, I will clear Source Analyzer workspace. I will right click and then click Clear All. I am still in the Source Analyzer workspace. So I'll go to menu bar, click Sources and then click Import from File. I have to browse to file location. My file is retail sales. So I have selected the file and then click OK. Flat file can be of two types. One is delimited and other is fixed width. I will choose delimited since my data file is delimited one. By default, for my environment, radio button associated to delimited is selected, so I am not changing it. I can keep the source structure name as ff_retail sales or else I will give a valid logical name. Since it's a flat file, so as per my convention, I am changing the file name to ff_retail_sales. That file has column name as header, that is as first line. So I select the checkbox associated with import field names from first line. So start import at rows becomes 2. Earlier it was 1. This line shows the actual name and location of the file. I will click next button. Default delimiter is selected as comma, so no need to change it. Click next once again. Right side window shows about the source definition, whereas left side shows about the column related information. Product name is selected, so I have to change the information under the column information on the product name. I'll keep the column name as it is, that is product name. It is a text column. I'm going to change its length to 30. Now I will select the sales day from right side window. Sales day is a date time field, so I will select date time radio button. Next I will select sales quantity. Sales quantity is numeric in nature. I will change its width to 5 so that it can store 5-digit sales quantity. After that I will select unit price. It is numeric field. I'll change its width to 4. Finally, I'll select sales amount. It is numeric field. I'll change the width of the column to 10. Now I will click finish. I have to save this structure by pressing Ctrl S. So structure is inserted into the repository. So we have successfully imported source structure from a data file. It is time to show you third method of creating source structure in Informatica Designer. I will import this structure from database. First, I will clear the source analyzer workspace. So I will click right and then click clear all. Click sources in the menu bar and then click import from database. Choose ODBC data source. In my case, it is DSN_Scott. If ODBC data source is not available, then you have to create a new ODBC data source. Now type database username. It is already written as Scott. Owner name is also automatically selected as Scott. We are going to connect to Scott user of Oracle database. Now type password. Password for Scott is Tiger. Now click connect. So expand the Scott. All the tables names are appeared. Choose EMP table and then click OK. Source table structure is created inside Informatica from database table. Now it is time to save this structure, so I am pressing Ctrl S. So EMP is inserted into the repository. If you check the navigator window, then you can get the list of sources. So flat file we have created as ff_retail_sales. In DSN Scott we have imported EMP, and under flat file we have created ff_emp_01. So all these three structure has been created inside Informatica Power Center Designer tool. That's all for now. In this session we have created 3 different source structure in 3 different ways. This is very important tutorial. Going forward you have to create so many source structure. That's all for now. Please don't hesitate to drop me a mail if you need any clarification on this demo class. Please stay tuned with this channel to learn about Informatica Power Center. You can drop me a mail to informatica.training007@gmail.com if you want to take training on Informatica. Thanks for watching this demo session.